a food prep video for y'all. Oh, it's so good. Hey YouTube, this is Sherry with After 40 Fitness. I'm going to be putting up a food prep video for y'all. Some dishes that I prepped for you this weekend. I'm getting ready this morning, and so while I was here near the kitchen doing my regular morning routine, I wanted to show y'all what it is that I prep up to take with me to work every day. Here's the finished product, as you can see. These are the egg whites that I use, all whites. I just take this coconut oil, it's non-GMO, and just spray my pan, and then I cook my egg whites. 12 tablespoons, which is 2/3 cup, is what I use, and that works out for my macros for protein and all that. And then I use these Thomas English muffins. They're light, multigrain, 100 calories, awesome, and I just put them in the toaster. First thing when I get up, I make my egg whites and I put my cheese, and this is the cheese that I use, organics, 50% reduced fat, depending on what your macros are like. When I'm eating higher carb, which for me is the English muffins, then I eat lower fat. And then right before I leave the house, I put in my English muffin into the toaster and let it do its job. So I happen to use Polliner sugar-free strawberry preserves. It uses Splenda, as you can see, but I just use like a tablespoon of it. A tablespoon is like 10 calories. English muffin comes out of the toaster. I just put it here in my container for the day, and I have my tablespoon amount, and you can see that it's a pretty good amount. I put this together to leave for the morning. Then I can heat it up once I get to work and eat it. But I just carry it in my bag just like this. I did some other prep videos for y'all with a ground turkey recipe. Oh, it's so good. And I mix that up on Saturdays. Whenever my food prep day is, which is usually Saturday. So I made a video for y'all with the ground turkey, as well as how I make my hamburger patties. If I want a bunless burger, I can have a bunless burger. But if you have kids or your husband wants a bun, then he can have a bun because the meat's already made. You can have whatever veggies or salad or whatever on the side. And you know, if you have people in your house who like to eat chips with their burger, then you can have chips, or sweet potato fries. You can make homemade sweet potato fries. So this is a video with food prep for ideas for y'all. This is the spiced ground turkey recipe. Seriously, is simply browning your ground turkey and putting in the spices. It's not rocket science. I've never been a good cook, and even I can do it. So these are the ingredients that you'll need. Salt and pepper, obviously. We use the Himalayan pink salt, non-GMO, just a really clean salt. You're also going to need onion powder and garlic powder, chili powder, some kind of lemon pepper product, cayenne pepper, crushed red pepper, and some kind of chipotle seasoning. This is just the one that I have. And then the measurements that you'll need is a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, and a 1/3 cup. And the 1/3 cup is just for your water going into the turkey. So this video is going to be really short because, again, all it is browning your meat, putting in the spices, and you really need to keep in mind how spicy you like things. This recipe is from amazingpaleo.com. I break up the turkey just to make sure that it is going to be cooking evenly, and then I start with my seasonings. Pepper, and of course the salt that I mentioned. We like to use the non-GMO Himalayan salt. And then there's cayenne pepper. I go very easy on that. And the chipotle flavoring of your choice. Red pepper flakes. I go pretty kind of easy on those two. Chili powder. And then I go a little more liberally with the onion powder and the garlic powder, as you can clearly see, because those aren't spicy, but they add a lot of flavor to turkey, which is really kind of flavorless. And then the chili powder, which I go a little easy on too. And then I mix it all up. It's been cooking all this time while I'm putting the flavors, the spices in. And then I mix it all up and let it cook a little longer, and then you're done. The hamburger patties, again, not rocket science. I weigh them out individually on my food scale, which I will put a link below for the brand of food scale I use too. I weigh mine into 5 or 6 ounce patties just because it's me and my husband, and that's our protein requirements. Then I form each of them into patties.
And of course, I wash my hands immediately after dealing with all that raw meat. The seasoning that I use, I've told you about before, is the Weber Chicago Steak Seasoning. It is so good. So I put the seasoning on each of the patties that I have formed. And then I make sure that I'm using a separate utensil for the raw meat as opposed to the cooked meat. So I just use 2 separate forks. So then I put the patties on the grill and I flip them over from the side that I've added the seasoning to, put it on the grill, and then add seasoning to the other side. Close it, and I'm done. As each of them comes out, obviously I use my different utensil that I've used for my raw meat, and put it in the bowl, and I'm done.
I've got to get to work. If you like this video or it was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, please. This is Sherry from After 40 Fitness. Be blessed.